Why many people are tired of Jay-Z. Reportedly, in the fall of 1992, Wanda Satterthwaite, who has been accused of having an illegitimate kid with Jay-Z, wrote a comprehensive narrative of how she became pregnant with a child of the hip-hop superstar. To refer to the rapper by his real name, Shawn Corey Carter, Wanda Satterthwaite said in a signed statement dated February 25, 2015, that after talking, drinking, and dancing, she went into a room with him to hook up. She claimed that she had protected sex with him, but the protection broke. Satterthwaite said in an affidavit that she ran and saw Jay-Z 2 weeks after their alleged meeting, and that he pleaded with her to live with him. She said she turned down the rapper because her mother would be upset. At the end of her letter, Satterthwaite wrote, "I never saw him again until years later on television, but I still did not know his true identity until later and did not know how to approach him." Unfortunately, she passed away in 2019, but her affidavit is making headlines again since the Daily Mail reports that the father of her purported kid with Jay-Z is suing him for paternity. Satterthwaite has filed paperwork with the court requesting that Jay-Z take a DNA test. Since he was 21 years old, he was supposedly been trying to prove that Jay-Z was his father. In February, he asked that the records dating back to 2012 be released. According to the Daily Mail, on May 8th, the appellate division of the Supreme Court ruled against Ramirez's last motion, but he plans to file an appeal with the lower court. Wanda also initiated a legal action against Jay-Z for failure to pay child support in New Jersey in 2011, but the case was rejected because it was filed in the wrong jurisdiction. He warned that things would not calm down until fairness was restored. He stated that all he wants to do is live his life, and that if it is God's will, Jay-Z will want to be a part of it at some point. According to another source with knowledge of the situation, however, this is absolutely baseless drivel coming from a person who has many problems and who has filed a series of bogus motions. Beyoncé and Jay-Z seemed like the perfect couple, but Jay-Z's infidelity reportedly caused problems in their marriage. In 2014, when rumors of infidelity first surfaced, their marriage began to show signs of strain. After Beyoncé's shocking release of Lemonade, Jay-Z finally addressed the accusations of his wife's cheating, confirming that they were genuine. Jay-Z said to the New York Times Styles magazine that he had shut down and cheated in relationships as a result of the walls he had constructed in response to trauma he experienced as a youngster. He candidly shared, "The toughest thing is seeing sorrow on someone's face that you have created and then having to cope with yourself. If you want to keep living, you have to put yourself into survival mode. And what occurs when you do that? You have no feelings at all. So even with women, you're going to emotionally shut down," he said, making it impossible to form meaningful bonds. "When it comes to me, it's serious. And then, of course, there is the inevitable adultery." Jay-Z had previously hinted that he and Beyoncé may have separated, but counseling had been very helpful. They tied the knot in 2008 and now have 3 beautiful children. The couple have been together for nearly 20 years, proving that a successful marriage requires ongoing effort on the part of both partners. In 2004, a clip from a documentary released in the 2000s dubbed Backstage leaked online, showing an agitated Jay-Z pushing a lady in the face behind the scenes. The woman was eventually revealed to be a former president of Roc Nations and a high-ranking figure in the music business. The documentary's director verified that Jay-Z shoved the woman in a fun manner, and the woman subsequently said they were only playing on the show. However, the general public didn't buy it and began talking about the music artist as if he were a woman abuser. Another time where fans seemed tired of Jay-Z was the beef between him and Nas. One of the most notorious and prolonged beefs in hip-hop history occurred between Jay-Z and Nas. But what sparked this famous conflict? The conflict began after Nas's groundbreaking debut album, Illmatic, was released in 1994. At the time, Nas was competing with the notorious B.I.G. for the title of King of New York and was widely regarded as one of the most promising young rappers in the game. However, with the release of Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z in 1996, things began to shift. The album was well acclaimed by critics and catapulted Jay-Z to prominence in the New York rap scene. Dead Presidents, a single from the album, samples Nas' song The World Is Yours from his Illmatic album. Since Nas was unfamiliar with Jay-Z, he refused the offer to re-record the chorus for his version. According to reports, Nas reportedly declined to appear in the music video for the song, prompting Jay-Z to lash out at Nas by declaring that he was a better rapper and that Nas was overrated. Nas's second album, It Was Written, was released in 1996 and included the song The Message, which many people took to be a diss track directed at Jay-Z and the Notorious B.I.G. Both MCs wanted to be crowned King of New York, and Nas used The Message to tell them there can only be one king. Nas's lyrics, Lex with TV sets the minimum, were widely interpreted as a diss at Jay-Z and his flashy new Lexus equipped with televisions. In an interview with Complex from 2016, Nas explained that despite being influenced by Jay-Z, the lyric was not intended as a diss. During Nas and Jay-Z's heated exchanges, Jay got intimate with Nas's ex-girlfriend, Carmen Bryan, with whom he shares a child. Carmen claims that she met Jay-Z not long after the release of Reasonable Doubt. "I met Jay-Z right after he dropped Reasonable Doubt," Carmen said in a 2017 interview with Vlad TV. Her significance to the conflict will become clear later on. The sad death of Notorious B.I.G. in a drive-by shooting in 1997 sparked a power struggle among New York's rap stars. Jay-Z saw an opportunity and made a swift claim to the top spot. On the same year's The City Is Mine track from his sophomore album In My Lifetime Volume 1, he boasted, "I'm the focal point like Biggie in his prime. On the low though, the city is mine." Nas's third studio album, 1999's I Am, features a track called We Will Survive, in which he pays tribute to the late Notorious B.I.G. He used the opportunity to reply to Jay-Z's assertion of being the King of New York, which had been made when he was thinking about their competition. By this time, Jay and Carmen were deeply in love with one another, and she was carrying his kid. Carmen said she was pregnant, but the kid died in utero. "We didn't sit down and say, oh, we're having a baby." Later, Jay-Z mocked Nas for his relationship with Carmen. "So that she may claim my children as her own, she keeps pleading with me to hit it raw. How vile can she be?" Jay-Z raps, "And you wifed her." In an interview with Vlad TV, Carmen clarified that while the song does contain references to her, it is not entirely about her. "When I saw what Jay was doing, I told myself, I'm not going to let him continue to put down Nas. I refuse to give anyone else the privilege of making fun of this nigga because I am the only person on earth who can get away with it. So I did what any lawyer would do and had a talk with Nas about his case." Nas's headline, set at Summer Jam in June 2002, was intended to involve a faux hanging of Jay-Z on stage, an attempt to revive their animosity from the previous year. Nas, however, was not pleased by Hot 97's decision, and so declined to provide a performance. "You want to tell Nas what me, myself, cannot do on a Summer Jam stage when it's been done 4 or 5 years in a row," Nas remarked in an interview with Power 105, justifying his absence from the festival. And last year, it was Jay who directed the trash In My Direction, and he acted all superior about it. "Then I let out an ether Nepal bomb, and the crew scattered like roaches. And now you've got that station over there sobbing because he lost. It was a unanimous decision." And they're playing his albums over and over again, as if he were dead. Nas went on, as if it were a tribute to Jay-Z. "Don't misunderstand me. I'm not wishing death on any man, especially my own brother. When I say that, I'm not saying he's dead." On the 7th of August, 2002, Jay-Z challenged Nas to a charity boxing bout through pay-per-view. Nas turned down the offer, saying MTV pay-per-view is for wrestlers and boxers. I make records. Jay-Z should release his record on the same day I do, and then let the fans determine who is better. Nas released his 6th studio album, God's Son, on December 13, 2002. The single, Last Real Nigga Alive, has him reflecting on his feud with Jay-Z and offering advice on how to handle such situations in the future. Nas claims Jay-Z was kicking him when he was down because he was tending to his ill mother, who later died of cancer during the height of their dispute. "Now that I've gotten everything set up, I can relax at home with my mom. Because of her age and illness, I stayed by her side. In the midst of it, Jay attempted to launch a covert attack, assassinate my character, and bring me down." There was a prolonged period of conflict during which both rappers attacked the other in interviews, freestyles, and album tracks. However, the two rappers notably put an end to their feud by sharing the stage at New Jersey's Power 105's Powerhouse concert in October 2005. Nas said that L.A. Reid orchestrated the performance. As of 2023, news and rumors about Jay-Z has toned down greatly, and hopefully it stays that way. Do you think Jay-Z might still be cheating on his wife? Or do you think Beyonce has been covering up for him all this time while he continues? Drop your views in the comments below, and stay tuned for more on True Celebrity Stories.